Thank you very much, Chair, and good morning to everyone. Now, Chair, I want to first check with your guidance, because we need not to engage in an exercise that is fruitless. That's number one. Because if we are going to engage, there's been two members that spoke before me, and they were seeking straight answers which did not come forth. And I think we need to also guide Mr. De Ruyter on what defines something that is under investigation in terms of the law, and an answer that Parliament is seeking in terms of accountability, and in particular in terms of SCOPA and its scope of work. Here, what's involved is public funds that he willingly went to a public platform to disclose that public funds are being squandered. Thus, today we want him to shed more light into his public platform speaking. And if he's not comfortable saying that here, maybe we should pose a question to Mr. De Ruyter as to in which platform will he say what he was saying in the media, and give us the names. Which platform will be suitable for him to disclose exactly what he was talking about? We can't be asking questions for the matter of asking them. That's the first question.
Same method would apply, Mr. De Ruyter. Excuse me.
Right, apologies, Chair. I was a slight technical difficulty there. I think, as I've indicated, Honourable Mentor, I have been and am fully prepared to cooperate with law enforcement authorities in order to continue with investigations. I'm absolutely aware of my legal duty in this regard, and I will continue to ensure that I abide by my responsibilities in this regard. It would, however, I think, be irresponsible of me to, knowing that I could compromise ongoing investigations, knowing that there is a risk of defeating the ends of justice, knowing that there are people who are cooperating with law enforcement authorities and whose safety may be compromised by disclosure, to use a public forum such as the present one in order to ventilate these concerns. And therefore, I am at pains to avoid that, and if necessary, of course, if I'm called before a court of law or a similar entity, then naturally I will comply fully with my obligations in that regard.
So in essence, Chair, Mr. De Ruyter says he went to the media platform to inform South Africa publicly of gossip. And we must also come here and congregate and engage in gossip. Because if we cannot deal with facts, then we're gossiping. And we're going to be part of, he said, that happened, it looks like pink, you know, it's our however red. So, Chair, I really need your guidance. If this is going to be a matter of, when he went to media, he knew he is engaged in a process of law enforcement and investigation. That's well and good. But once you start touching the matter of public funds, which are appropriated and disbursed at this platform, you then invited us. And upon inviting us, we're calling you to come here at this public platform, which is Parliament, to account for what that which you have said. Now you don't want to say what you were saying. And all of a sudden now it is the issues of investigations. The question becomes, Mr. Dire, are you willing to just answer us as to who are the people that are involved? Because we're not talking about merits. We're not dealing with any particular and facts. We're still going to ask questions about facts. Are you willing to participate in the parliamentary process of accountability? And do you believe in accountability as a person who has led a very important state-owned entity which is falling apart, by the way? So are you willing to work with us and give us the information we're looking for, or are you not willing to do that?
Honourable Mente, good morning. Yes, I'm absolutely willing to cooperate with SCOPA, and that is why I voluntarily accepted the invitation from the committee to come and share with you to answer questions that were raised, as the Honourable Chair said, to investigate the potential misuse of public funds to improve the functioning of SCOPA. Again, the matters that are at play here are of significant gravity. And as I've explained before, compromising myself, exposing myself is not something that I'm prepared to do in the current platform. I have fully cooperated with law enforcement authorities. I have fully made available all of the information at my disposal to them. We have seen, as I've listed before, arrests. We have seen interventions in disrupting these organized crime activities. And I think these events are important pieces of corroborative evidence that suggests that the information provided to law enforcement authority has merit, has value, and was in fact acted upon. And I think that if we now focus on names, then for the reasons that I have now repeatedly enumerated, based on the legal advice that I've received, it would be inappropriate of me to disclose the information that you ask. It is not because I don't want to cooperate. I think the fact that I'm here and that I am engaging with the committee should be sufficient evidence that I am cooperating. The fact that I'm clearly cooperating with law enforcement authorities, then I cannot be put in a position where I will be contravening the other principles of law as it relates to potentially defeating the ends of justice. And for that, Honourable Chair, I again respectfully wish to direct the committee to engage with the Hawks and to ask them what the progress is with their investigation, because I think that this is the way to ensure that there is public accountability. At a certain point in time, these matters are handed over to law enforcement. It then becomes within their purview to carry out the investigations. There's not much that I can do as a private citizen to ensure that we can continue these investigations. That's now in the hands of the police. Thank you.
Well, in that case, Chair, we need not to waste time and invoke a process and a mechanism that is going to allow Mr. De Ruyter to give us information. Because right now, in terms of our powers and privileges, you are coming here and you are kind of misleading Parliament. Because when you submitted your report, and when you responded to the letters of the chair, you said you are coming here to help us deal with the problem which South Africa is facing at ESCOM. Now you are unable to do that. Therefore, Chair, I think you need to engage a process of invoking a mechanism which is going to force answers out of Mr. De Ruyter. Parliament has got that in its disposal, and that should start today. But in me checking if ever this one can be answered correctly, and if you fail to answer that one, then there's no need for me to continue. You are making